Welcome to today's episode of Quest for Cookies. Today we'll be discussing Red Dead Redemption 2 and the intricacies of the game. Let's get into it. Imagine this. Having grown up in one big dysfunctional family of robbers and killers, you and your gang of gunslingers are on the run from the law. You find yourselves in the middle of a steamboat robbery gone wrong, still trying to piece together what really happened. You retreat up north into the snow-capped mountains and wait for things to cool off. Here are some of the best and worst parts of the game. This game is a masterpiece. I cannot say anything bad about this game. The graphics are exceptional. The story is exceptional. The NPC gameplay, exceptional. Everything about this game is worth playing. I personally haven't encountered any glitches or issues while playing the game, but I have heard of issues with Red Dead Online. But recently, there have been patches and improvements that fix the bugs that have existed since the game's release. And this is what I've done with the game. The only thing I can share with you is some outfits and horse gear that I've done. I have 4 different outfits for Arthur, and you can really tell what kind of personality I want to give him. I also usually give him a mustache. I don't know, I just feel like it suits him. This section is going to be filled with some spoilers, so please avoid this if you're looking to play the game in the future. It's time to talk about it. Arthur's death killed me. I have not finished any playthroughs of the game since. I progress until they return from Tahiti and start another save. I just can't do it. I love Arthur. He's the perfect protagonist for this game. He's self-aware and slowly comes to realize how the gang is falling to pieces. He has nothing going for him, unlike John, who has a family. So he sacrifices himself to help him escape. All of this makes finding Micah as John so satisfying. It's just so good. The way the story unfolds and the slow progression of his sickness that parallels the slow progression of the gang's dysfunction is perfect. My favorite mission is when Lenny comes back to camp after Micah is imprisoned in Strawberry and Arthur takes him to one of the saloons in Valentine. It's not crucial to the story, but I just enjoyed playing it the most out of all of them. It's just Arthur chilling with his bestie. Also, when he loses Lenny, I enjoy searching around in the crowd of Lennys for the real one, and then escaping the law afterwards. It also took me a little while to realize that there's 2 different endings to this mission, but I usually escape and wake up the next day with limited memory. After Arthur dies, playing as John provides a moment of relief. With the intensity over and much of the excitement too, it gives a new perspective about Red Dead Redemption 1. This new epilogue storyline helps to give a little bridge between the 2 games. We see him trying to build a life outside the chaos of the gang, and he becomes a rancher while he tries to settle down, and for a while it feels like maybe he'll get the normal life. But there's always a sense that he can't escape his past, and the tension between him and his son really amplifies just the amount of damage that the gang really did on him. And the epilogue reminds us that in this world, the idea of redemption is complicated. Sure, John's trying to turn things around, but it's never that easy. Even when he's working a regular job, buying land, it feels like trouble is always around the corner. I think what really hits hard is how the epilogue builds up that sense of false hope. You start to root for John in a new way, where you have hope for his future, but knowing the end of Red Dead Redemption 1, you know how it ends. So by the end of the epilogue, we've come full circle. John's story sets the stage for what happens in the first Red Dead Redemption, but now, with all this extra context, it feels so much heavier. It's not just about an outlaw trying to go straight, it's about how hard it is to outrun your past, no matter how good your intentions are. And that's what makes Red Dead Redemption 2 so impactful. It's not just about the action, it's about the emotional weight of these characters' lives, and the story built behind them is so deep. It seems silly to look at it so deep, because it's, just a video game, but it really does have such a deep story behind it. When you look at Red Dead Redemption 2 as a whole, it's not just about being cowboys and having shootouts. It's an exploration of loyalty, betrayal, and desire for freedom. Arthur's journey shows us that sometimes redemption isn't about fixing everything or escaping your past to live a new future, but it's about finding peace where you are. And that's what makes the entire game so powerful. It forces us to confront these ideas of morality and consequence in ways that most games can't even attempt. That's all I'll be discussing today. So thank you for listening, and please leave a comment if you have any suggestions or any thoughts about today's episode. I'll see you in the next one.